Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachele Teson and I'm a Nationally Certified School Psychologist here in Missouri.
For this week's Tech Tip Tuesday, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite scheduling apps. So, if you're looking to save time on scheduling meetings or scheduling times for consultation, then this video is for you. If you are also interested in other scheduling apps, I do have another YouTube video all about doodle polls. If you're scheduling with lots of different people and want to kind of coordinate calendars and save time on emailing back and forth. But in today's video, and the focus of Calendly is a scheduling app that can connect with your Google Calendar. And I use Calendly specifically for consultation. So if someone wants to set up a time with me one to one, and we're talking about different data or an individual student, things like that, finding a time on my calendar is something that I like to just send them the link. They can choose the best day and time that works for them. It looks at my Google Calendar to see if I'm available. And once they pick that day and time, it will automatically create a calendar invitation. And I don't have to do any of that. It's all behind the scenes, which is a huge time savings. So to access Calendly, all you do is go to calendly.com. You'll create an account. I already have a pretend account here with my School Psych Simplified email. And what you'll see on this main screen is all of the different event types. I do have one that I've set up for a 30-minute consultation. In today's video, I'm just going to go through and show you how to create another type of event. That way you can see it from the beginning to the end. So we're going to click on Create, and we're going to click on Event Type and go to One-on-One. Next, you will see the side panel on the left, and it's asking for some more details about what the event is. And we're just going to go with this idea of consultation. That's what I use it for. There's multiple ways that you could use Calendly, but I'll specifically focus on consultation. So the first step is you can pick the color that speaks to you. I know that's really important to some people, including myself. And then you'll name the event. So let's say we'll make this one a 60-minute consultation. And then the duration I'm going to change so that it matches. And then for the location, we can either select Zoom and can connect that to a Zoom account. You can say that they're in person, or you can go to all options. One of my favorites is to ask the invitee, so the person who is scheduling this meeting with you in the first place, they can kind of decide, is this going to be in person or is this going to be virtual? And then once you have those fields filled in, you'll click on continue. And then from there, you'll see that your event type is ready. There's even more details if you wanted to customize it even further. So event details we just did. Next would be the host and invitees. If you wanted to have the option to where the person signing up for a time with you could add additional people if they want, I think that's fine. It's their meeting. They can bring whoever they want, in my opinion. But if you wanted to keep it one-to-one specific, you could uncheck that. I'm going to hit save and close to go back here. The next would be scheduling settings. So if you want to have a specific date range into the future that they can book you for, if it's within a specific range, like from this day to this day, or what I do is just indefinitely into the future. And then for hours and calendar settings, you can kind of have this match your working hours. We'll pretend that 9 to 5 makes sense for the sake of this video. But if you needed to edit this for any reason, you could change this to whatever start time, whatever end time, depending on your school or your building's hours, and then go from there. There's also some even more customizations, but we're going to keep things simple. All right, I'm going to click save and close. And then that will take us back here. Still under hours and calendar settings, You can even include buffer time. So if you're in a more behavioral consultation type of role in school psychology and you have lots of consultation that you do, or if you have lots of meetings or things like that, you can include some buffer time. So you could say, make sure to leave 5 minutes before every single event. That way I have time to breathe so they're not back to back. Or if you wanted to have even more time to be able to prep or do whatever, you can kind of build that in, which is nice. The next part is minimum notice. I think this is a big deal when you're setting up scheduling links because you don't want someone to pick a time and then you not see it because it happened, they schedule it for like 30 minutes from now. And then that just causes frustration on both parties. So this defaulted to 4 hours. We could say, I need at least one day of a heads up, depending on what you are willing to kind of do and what it makes the most sense. You could also set a daily limit. So maybe I only have the capacity for 5 in a day. That way I have time to get to other parts of my job. You could do that as well. And then there's some additional options here. But again, we're going to, keep things simple. The start time increments is one that I'll touch on though. If you wanted to start every 30 minutes, or if, since this is a 60-minute schedule, this is just saying the options could show up for every 30 minutes. So 9, 9:30, 10, or if you wanted to keep it at an hour, then the options would only show up as 9, 10, 11, for example. But I like to keep it to that default, and that's fine with me. The next part would be booking page options. So this is the event link. You could ask for the invitee to include specific, information. You could ask questions to help you prepare for your meeting. I actually take that part off because usually if I'm sending them my consultation link, I have an idea of what it's for. And it's usually about data or consulting about an individual student or things like that. So I tend to kind of delete that. You don't have to have questions. So you're able to delete that. And then after booking, you can kind of choose what the person looks at. If you want to just go back to the confirmation page, or if you are really fancy and have the pro version, you can like reroute them to another page. But again, we're keeping things simple. Got rid of the question. I've got my link. I don't need to do anything else on this page. And then for notifications, I want to make sure that the calendar invitation is created immediately right after that person books a time with me. You could set up email reminders and kind of toggle that to on. And then this is showing me how to upgrade and things like that. You could do a text reminder, you could do email follow-ups, all of these fancy options. I just say create the calendar invite and then I'm good. All right, I'm going to hit save and close, and then I am finished. So now we can kind of look at what the live page would look like. The person who is trying to book a time with you, what they will see on their screen. So I'm going to click on Thursday. I'll see all of the available times. Let's say that I am choosing 10 o'clock. I can click on that time and then click on next. And then I would just, as the person wanting to book time, I would fill out my name, put my email address, add any of my educator friends to this, and then the location is chosen by me. So I might put front office conference room or school psychologist's office, or please create a Zoom link and then schedule the event. So it's super simple for the person trying to schedule with me to do that. And it's really easy for me and such a time saver because, like I said, we're not going back and forth or trying to quickly chat in the hallway like, hey, when are you free? When can I come find you? And so all I have to do is send this link. Here's an example of where I can find that. You just click on copy and then I can share it out and it saves me a ton of time. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you aren't using Calendly, I highly recommend that you check it out. There is that free option. And if you already are using Calendly, I'm curious what other ways you're leveraging this scheduling app. So leave a comment, share with your school psych friends, and hopefully this helps you save time.